Yes, it's almost time, everybody. World of Warcraft Classic is almost upon us. Let the hype train begin. Let the hype train ride on the winds of time.
4 years have passed since the mortal races banded together and stood united against the might of the Burning Legion. Though Azeroth was saved, the tenuous pact between the Horde and the Alliance has all but evaporated. The drums of war thunder once again.
Yes. Let the hype reel begin. Guys, World of Warcraft is only, let's see, is it really only less than 7 hours away? And I just want to make a quick video to talk about my plan for World of Warcraft. Let me switch the camera here. I'm actually going to be creating a Protection Paladin. Protection Paladin. What a surprise, right? So I'm going to be creating my guild's going to be rolling on Westfall, as most of you already know. I think the Westfall server comes online around 1 p.m. Eastern time, I believe. So I'll be trying to create my characters there at that point in time. I'm gonna be rolling a Protection Paladin, and we'll be a human female. We'll be leveling up as fast as I can. I'm not going to kill myself to level, but I'm going to level pretty quick. But I will be doing some professions along the way, because I'm going to need engineering and stuff to help me along the way. And then, of course, I'll be leveling up my priest as well when I get my paladin up to maybe level 10 or 12 or something. We'll take a quick break, might create the priest and level her. I just want to get the priest to level 10 so she can basically park her butt in Stormwind. And then my paladin, I'll continue leveling her up to hopefully level 30, where she will begin to start farming dead mines before dead mines, and start getting cloth and magic items and different things that are going to help out my priest to raise her enchanting and her tailoring. That's kind of the goal. I did want to talk about. Let me go into OBS here and add a screen window capture. Okay, because I did want to just really kind of go over my build a little bit for people who are interested. So let's do window capture. Actually, Window. It's not actually doing this correctly. Chrome. There we go. Wanted to capture the Chrome window. All right, so let's just go now. There are a lot of calculators you can use, but I always like using just the classic DV one. It's a very simplistic looking web page that doesn't use a lot of resources, so it loads quickly. For the protection panel, the first thing we're really going to be doing is focus on getting to consecration. Now, a lot of people don't really like consecration. Let's just add a little music in the background, right? Just a little. So, Protection Paladin, a lot of people will, I mean, and again, let's talk about the Protection Paladin. Protection Paladin in vanilla World of Warcraft is not something you're going to be raiding with. People don't want to see you raiding as a Protection Paladin. People are going to make fun of you. They're going to say you can't do it, and honestly, you really can't do it as well as the Warrior. That being said, the Protection Paladin is a very, very fun class to play. The Protection Paladin can do a very good job of tanking and AoE tanking 5-man dungeons, even 10-man dungeons, and 10-man, smaller raids. Especially against undead. The Paladin has Exorcism and does more damage against undead, and so they're actually very effective against undead. And being able to AoE and stuff like Stratholme and those types of instances where there's just a mass amount of mobs are coming at you. There's a lot of mobs that you can easily aggro, and having that AoE consecrate, and the Paladin can stand there and really hold threat on a lot of different skeletons. Can really bail you out from wiping quite a few times, so it's really good for those types of instances. But the way I like to set my Protection Paladin up is to do a lot of AoE damage, do a lot of reflect. I'm trying to reflect damage back when people hit me and I block them with my shield. I want to do damage to them, and I also want to have shield spikes so that my spikes do damage to them. That's another thing I have to think about. Like, I have a guild, so I'm going to be talking to people in the guild and trying to get somebody who's a blacksmith who can make shield spikes for me. But initially maybe I'll be a blacksmith myself, just so I don't have to worry about that. But I do like being engineering. I think engineering is the best class for the Protection Paladin because you really want to get into Molten Core and get the recipe for the Force Reactive Disc, which is just the best for AoE, tanking on a... Oh, sorry, I'm yelling on a Protection Paladin. So I'm really going to have to try to find somebody else in the guild that can help me out with the shield spikes. It is 11:27 a.m. right now. We are literally 6 hours and 33 minutes away from World of Warcraft Classic. We've all waited for this for a long time. I've been playing Private Service Plus for the past 3 years. I played World of Warcraft when it came out in 2004. I played in the beta on Doomhammer, which is the original beta server. And I've been playing this game for a long time. I quit playing at Cataclysm because I really didn't like Cataclysm at all. I didn't like how they changed the geography of the world, really. And I just didn't like the game in Cataclysm. I started to see, even in Wrath of the Lich King, how the nubification, that's what I like to call it, the nubification of WoW was taking place. They were just making things easier, quests easier, leveling easier. Everything was just getting easier, and I didn't like that at all. I don't like flying mounts. I don't like fast travel at all. I don't think anybody should have fast travel or flying mounts. I think flying mounts should not be in the game. I think if you have a flying mount, it should be something that's just limited. Like, yeah, you can fly for maybe a minute. I think that would be fantastic. Oh man, I can have a hard time getting from this area to that area, like this cliff to across this cliff or this chasm or whatever, get to a higher point in a in a dungeon or in an outside building structure. It'd be great to have a flying mount that's usable for like a minute on like maybe a 30-minute cooldown. I think that would be an easy way to solve that, and people could have their beautiful flying mounts and, hey, look at me, And I'm not really like that, although, even I can say, hey, this is a nice mount, it's pretty, whatever. Of course, I am like that to some degree, but it's not my primary goal. My primary goal of playing MMO is to have fun. So the Protection Paladin is a class that's just really, really fun to level. It's a pretty slow leveling class. It's going to take you 8 to 10 days leveling the way I level. I would say 8 to 10 days, and a lot of it depends on how busy the server is. If the server's not super crowded, obviously you can AoE farm a little bit, but most of the cases, especially for Classic, I'm guessing it's going to be very populated. Also, the areas that you would like to farm are going to be heavily, heavily, heavily farmed by Frost Mages. So that's also going to be a difficult thing you're going to have to overcome. And you're going to have to do quests, which I hate quests. Since I played MMOs since 2000, I think. That's 19 years of me playing MMOs and playing, pick up a quest, go do this, kill these mobs, and come back. I mean, I can't tell you how that makes me want to just actually throw up. I get so sick of doing the same types of things over and over again. So just grinding mobs. And another thing that there are benefits to just killing monsters to level. It is slower. Now, if you can AoE a lot of people don't like the way I do it because I use Consecrate. I have, Blessing of Wisdom up. I'm not using Reckoning at all. I don't like Reckoning really. I mean, I think it's fine for PvP, but for the way I'm leveling, the way I play PvE, I don't like it. And so it's kind of slow. I kind of lost my train of thought there. I lost my train of thought, but it'll come back to me eventually. Hopefully, I'm still not quite awake today. But yeah, just leveling. Well, what I was trying to say, the benefit to killing a lot of mobs, right, is that you're gonna have a higher chance of getting like a nice world drop, blue drops. You're gonna get more green drops, things like that. So because you're just killing more mobs, and of course it makes it more advantageous to kill humanoid type mobs because their loot table is gonna be better. Generally, humans tend to drop more cloth and more magic. So it's good to pick areas where you can AoE do humans. And as a protection paladin, casters will pretty much just shred you. So when you get later on, you get like the thorium armor set, and you get a lot of high resistances. That's not a problem at all. And of course, you will have frost resistance, fire resistance, and shadow resistance auras that you can use to specifically nerf, to specifically handle certain damage coming towards you. But until you get higher levels, you're really going to struggle. If you try to pull 4 or 5 melee and you get even just 2 casters in there, you're gonna run into problems. Now, if you pull 4 or 5 melee and you only have 1 caster, that's not really so much of a problem. You can hodge them, you can hammer of justice those guys, and you just focus them, burn them down. But if you get 2 and you got 2 casters hitting you while maybe 3 or 4 or 5 other melee are hitting you, you're gonna die pretty fast. So that's something you have to be really concerned with. And it's the same goes for mages. Mages don't really want to AoE down big groups of mobs that have multiple casters because then they're getting hit too. So it's the same. Mages have the same issue. So basically, the way I do it is I want to Zerg right to consecrate as fast as possible. You can go into Divine Intellect. You know what? Let me change the stream discussion here. Hey, Bola. Sorry, I'm yakking so much. I haven't even really looked at the stream. Oh, you're gonna be the realm first. Well, we know I'm not gonna be the realm first. That's for damn sure. Here, let me open up my other screen here. Hold on a second, just so I can see people's comments. So I just want to do this little hype video, Bowl, to get people on board. Let's get going. Let's get excited. Let me go back to my talent calculator. Where'd it go? And so. Yeah, and so, I mean, when you look at these first 2 talent points choices you have, if you're going to go for consecration, which, like I said, some people, Bola, some people don't like consecration. A lot of people don't, but you can go divine intellect or you can go divine strength. I've had a lot of conversations with people that claim they have a divine intellect build that's really, really good, but I still have yet to see that build. I'm like, send me the build, Hey, what's up, Benzu? Yeah, I think that's the way I'm playing. I'm going to take it slow and just enjoy the leveling and stuff. Apparently, my BFA guild has a small army coming. Oh, really? Your battle for Azeroth? How many people are coming, Bola? But yeah, I'm definitely going to be leveling pretty at a pretty slow, steady pace. You'll see me making progress, but I'm not going to be like killing myself. I am going to be working on some of my professions at the time. And Bola, hey Bola, I really need someone in the guild to make me shield spikes. So I'm going to give you permissions in the guild so that you'll be able to set individual people's notes. And we want to make sure that everybody puts up their what professions they're going to go. We need to get people in the guild that are really focusing on professions to help other players in the guild. You're going blacksmith? Yeah, it'd be awesome, Bull. If you could help me out with shield spikes, that'd be fantastic. If you need me to send you ore or anything like that early on, let me know, because I will be mining. Sorry, I'm getting message from work. Anyway, so if everyone in the chat on... So you got 10 to 15? Okay. Yeah, I'll keep checking the pattern I'll keep checking the age for the pattern. There's the mithril and the iron. And usually I get the drop because the way I level Bola, because I AoE a lot, I end up getting the drop, a lot of drops. So, but I wouldn't be seeing those drops until I'm like level 20 probably. But we'll see. I mean, I hope I can get to level 20 today. That's my goal. I mean, it starts at what, 6 p.m. Eastern time, right? So I'm hoping around, like 6, maybe like 8 a.m. tomorrow. So I'll play like maybe 14 hours in a row. We'll hit 20. Yeah. But I'm going to be using the shield spikes. The shield spikes are just, they're huge help on the way I play. They're pretty much a necessity. I got to check my work email here really quick. That's funny. Okay, you think even on the new server? How could the new... Well, I don't think the new server is going to be that big a login. Do you? Really? Well, we see. We'll see. I mean, we have a few hours before. I mean, what is it? 1 p.m. Eastern time that we can create our characters on the new server, right on Westfall. Isn't it funny that Westfall is in the Eastern time zone? Westfall, in the East. Yeah, I think yeah, what's going to be really funny is how you know what? I'm going to put Patreon on my YouTube. Maybe I can get some people to Patreon me because God damn it, I need some money to buy all the cokes I drink when I'm leveling, right? But yeah, we'll see. I think it's gonna be really funny to see how Twitch kind of breaks apart. I mean, the amount of streaming for Twitch on Twitch for Classic WoW is going to be absolutely massive. I mean, in my Discord, I don't know if you guys can see you can see my Discord, right? Let's see. Let me go to OBS. So in my Discord, I have quite a few servers, right? Like you can see all these servers. A lot of these are are like this, Pantheon Plus, this Pantheon stuff. But I mean, a lot of this stuff is most of these are games, but a lot of these people like Nathan Napalm, Renfall, like your Saga Limits. Renfall's the lead program, the content creator for the MMO Saga of Lucimia that's still in development. And Renfall, he's got a guild. You go into his general chat channel, and this is his chat for people, they're ramping up. They've got a guild they're running in WoW, and they're pretty serious. And so there's a lot of people talking about WoW, and a lot of these people are streaming. There's a lot more streamers now than there used to be. So we're going to see Twitch just explode. WoW is going to trounce any other game today. I mean, it's not even going to be close. It's going to be huge. Hey, that's going to be insane. Those guys that are on Faralina, is it Faralina? Those guys are in for a world of hurt, man. I mean, I was talking to my friend. I was talking to Volya, right? And he's going to be in our guild. He's a real cool guy, and he streams on Twitch as well. And he was thinking that a lot of people. He made a really good point yesterday, and that's that basically. Here, hold on a second. Let me switch tunes. That was a little bit annoying, that part of the song. But Volya was saying that a lot of people don't really. The people who haven't played Classic WoW in a long time, or the people who've never played it, are going to go and they're going to be like, I'm going to roll PvP, right? I'm going to roll on a PvP server. They have no idea what they're getting themselves into. When you roll PvP, especially if you're Alliance, you are going to see that leveling is going to take you, and leveling is a lot longer in vanilla. This isn't like the leveling of Wrath of the Lich King or the leveling of Panda Land or any of that bullshit, any of that noob friendly stuff, right? They're gonna roll PvP servers, and they're gonna get like at Lakeshire and some of these places, and they're gonna get stuck as they get freaking ganked into oblivion. And you know what they're gonna do, Bola? They're gonna say, "Fuck this shit." They're gonna delete their character. They're gonna go right to a PvE realm, create a character on PvE realm, and start leveling. So we could see that the PvE servers aren't that crowded in the beginning, and as you've seen, Bola, the PvP servers are just packed. But a lot of those people, and SCV is gonna be SCV. What do they call SCV? There's a name for it, right? Oh, there's a name for STV. I'm forgetting it right now. Shit. But anyways, those people are going to be getting ganked to hell, and they're going to start creating their characters on the PvE realms. So I think we'll see the PvE realms get more populated after about 2 months. We're going to see those populations start to rise. Yeah, yeah, it's Gank Vale. No, it was, oh, my cat's freaking out. The cat hears my voice and wants to come in here. STV, yeah, no, it was, there was a couple of names for it. Yeah, that was it, Vietnam. Celsius, you got it. They called it, there was something around Vietnam they called it. Yeah, you were dead on 100%. So, hold on. Oh, that cat's going nuts. Cat hears my voice, wants to hang out with me in the office. So, anyway, so let's get back to the talent tree here, because I kind of get sidetracked by all you guys in the stream, but... So the production pound, the first thing you can think about is Divine Intellect. You can start looking at Divine Strength. If you want to go Divine Intellect, that's a completely different type of build, and I don't really have any kind of... Bola, was it you that was talking about the Intellect build? Somebody was... I don't think it was you. There was another guy on the stream that said he had an Intellect build that trounced a Strength build, but really for me, it's just a no-brainer. I want to do damage, right? So I want Strength. I want to be able to block as much damage as I can, because if I'm killing 7-8 mobs at once, I want to be able to absorb as much damage as I can. Well, I'm going to do a lot more of that if I have more strength. And so I'm going to be getting gear that's strength and stamina. Strength and stamina is what I'm getting. That's my stat priority. So all my gear is going to be strength, stamina, strength, stamina. And so because of that, I would never go Divine Intellect because it's only going to increase my intellect by 10%. 10% on my base of intellect, which is going to be very, very low because I'm not stacking any intellect. I'm stacking strength. So this is really a no-brainer for me the way I play. But some people, if they want to go intellect, I'm not really sure. There's a guy that I followed where a guy actually, I think he actually went intellect, which really kind of freaked me out. But if we go into the Discord channel, right, and we go into guides and we pull this guy's guide up, you pull up the Paladin Taken guide, right? Which is actually the guide that kind of started me down the path of doing Protection Paladin, right? But I'm pretty sure if we look at this guy's guide, and let's close this window, wait for this to pull up, you can see here he goes with intellect, which I think is really interesting because he's putting all his points in intellect because he's saying that paladins have struggle with their with their mana pool. I'm like, yes, you do start with your mana pool, but you can augment. Yeah, but you can augment. Yeah, but you're losing out. I mean, it doesn't make any sense. So if you go with intellect, Celsius, you have to be stacking intellect gear. Otherwise, it's a complete waste, right? So if you're stacking strength, and let's say, okay, damn it, I can't log into Northdale because it's down, right? Yeah, Northdale's down. So I can't really show you this. But the point is, if you're stacking strength and you're stacking stamina on your gear, then putting 5 points into int makes absolutely no sense. Exactly. Think about it. Let's say you're level 40 in your strength. I'm just throwing numbers out there. Let's say you could do that too. Now, William, I've done that. I actually have done that. Hold on a second. I've actually done this. I've actually done this build before. The problem with this is that you need improved Seal of Righteousness because this is just such a big damage increase. And if you're not using, I've done this where I went with all Divine Strength, all Divine Intellect, Consecration, and then I went over here and I did this, okay, and went with Seal of Crusader. Yeah, if you're not stacking Intellect, it makes no sense to pick Intellect. So I've done this build, William. I've gone down this path, and this is not as good. I'm just telling you right now, it's not as good. It is not as good. So what you want to do is, I'm just saying, if you're stacking strength on your gear, this is an absolute no-brainer. You have to go Divine Strength. It just makes no sense. 10% of 300 strength is a hell of a lot better than 10% of like 90 strength, of 90 intellect. Okay, you're getting what? You're gonna have 99 intellect instead of 90. That just makes absolutely no sense. So if you're stacking strength, you want to go Divine Strength. I wouldn't recommend going both, although it's interesting. But if you're going to do that, then I would go to like Seal of Command or something. You want to go to Seal that you would be using that isn't Seal of Righteousness. So actually, that's an interesting build. The cool thing about the Protection Paladin is there's so many different builds you can do. There's a lot. So if you were going to go that route, I would do something like this. Maybe do this, and you could grab all of this. But then again, it's a waste because unless you stacked strength and intellect, and you went with no stamina. And that would be a pretty interesting, I gotta admit, that'd be pretty interesting. You have no health, though, so you really wouldn't be good for AoE because you just wouldn't have the health to stand up to all the mobs. It wouldn't work. It just wouldn't work. So, just reset. Celsius, that's a good way to go if you're leveling for speed, but I'm not. Wait, 32 red. Okay, let's look at 32 red. So let's say we go Improve Blessing of Might. This is something I've thought about for leveling speed, just in the beginning. Let's do this. We go here, here. I don't know, let's grab that. I don't know if this is going to work. Well, see, I'm already level 25. At this point, it's already a waste for me because basically at level 30, I have my AoE farm build, which I'm going for to farm ore and cloth and greens, and it'll help me make money and help me augment my other characters. So, the only thing I would go for in red is if I could do something to get me to level 20 quick, or level 30. Anything that could get me to level 30 fast would be good, right? So let's say we want Crusader, just for fun. Okay, that's level 25. I could do that and just be using Seal of Crusader. Now I've got, my Blessing of Might's going to give me a lot more power, right? And this is like 25. And then, what else could we grab here? Or we could get rid of this, right? Let's get rid of this. Go straight up deflection. And let's get rid of this. And now that's level 25. That would have me critting quite a bit, and I would be obviously I would be using a two-hand weapon here. What do you think about this, Celsius? So you go rep prot till 35, then full prot till 40. Yeah, but if you guys have ideas on how you would, like, what builds you would use up to, like, let's say level 25, just go ahead and go to this website, create them, and put them in the Discord. I'd like to see what you guys are thinking of. But right, like for me, like this would be interesting. You've got the deflection. Obviously, this probably is a little more defensive. It's a little more defensive, so you'd be taking a little bit less damage. But at this point, which seal would you be using? You know, I still think probably it's hard to say. What'd you say? 1 point into benediction, or you would do benediction? Actually, William, you're correct. If you're going to be focusing on PvP, definitely. If you're going to be focused on PvP, you definitely want Pursuit of Justice. I would definitely say that's a mandatory. Yeah, I would definitely grab that if you're focusing on PvP. We could also do it here. I mean, even just for this build, you know, we could grab that. Because it's definitely going to help because you're walking everywhere. So that's good. This could be a decent... You'd have Seal of Command. Now, the only thing here that I would think about changing would be whether we want to go improve Seal of Crusader or Deflection, right? Or we could just go into Divine Strength, but you're not going to have much strength in the beginning, so I don't really think that's really worth it. So really my only choice here is do I want to go defense or do I want to go improve seal? So this increases the immediate attack by bonus of your seal. Let's see how much it is. 10. You know, it's not huge. I think the deflection is probably gonna reduce the amount of damage you're getting. So I think for me personally, I think deflection's better. If you're just trying to get something to get you to like level 25 or 30. And then of course this is going to be great, Seal Command, and of course Conviction is going to be great. And Pursuit. And then what is this? All spell crits get cost. Actually, I like Eye for an Eye is kind of fun. It's just fun for PvP. But you know, what do we got going on here? This is increased retribution aura. Again, it's more AOE. This build will be more about single target, just doing quests and ripping through mobs as fast as we can. And we're not going to be using a shield with this build, so we don't need that. Gives about damaging melee attacks a chance to reduce target strength and agility. Yeah, that's more PvP based once again. Now we would have red aura up though. I mean, you're gonna have red aura anyway, so I guess this is probably better. I'm gonna say that improved red aura is probably better. And then I would go into, you know, increased damage with a two-hand weapon. I think something like that would be serviceable. Would be like decent just for two-hand leveling up to 30. You know. Yeah. But I think that's alright. I mean, do you guys see anything that I could change on that just for doing like a little two-hand weapon leveling build to 30? And then, of course, I would respec at this point. But yeah, it's interesting this guy that he took intellect. It's one thing he did in this guy that I really didn't like. He does go through some of the gear you can get, which is pretty cool. So this is pretty rare. You know, it's interesting that he goes with a thorium helm. You know, Holy Avenger. You know, these are like shoulders, stockade. You know, the Deathbone set you're going to get out of, you know, the Strathholm and those different undead instances. Deathbone once again. Medallion of the Grand Marshal. This is actually usually what I grab. I usually grab the Medallion of the Grand Marshal. It's usually not that. If you watch the auction house, you can usually get it fairly inexpensive. So I'm kind of jumping around, but let's get back to the talents. You guys haven't said anything on the talents, so I'm gonna assume that. And I'm not sure what Selson meant about Benediction one roll. I'm not sure what you meant on that. If you just meant put 1 point in or what. My girlfriend's going to be home in about 11 minutes, and I'm probably going to take a quick shower, so I'm going to jump off here pretty soon. But I think, so this would be maybe something, I can't think of another way to go. I mean, the other thing you could do, I mean, this is okay. It's going to be faster. I mean, reduce the mana cost of stuff. At low levels, it's like, I just want to do more damage. Yeah, but improved might's a lot of extra damage on improved might. You really think the benediction's a better route to go? All right, let's. Why would benediction be more damage? It's just because you have you can. You're saying you'll be able to use your abilities more, huh? Okay. Hey, if it works, I'm all for it. Let's take all this back and let's reset. You can spam judgment. Ah, I gotcha. Yeah, this is something. Hey, what's up, Sits? This is something I'm looking at maybe building just to get me to like around level 30, and then I'm going to respec into my prop build that I usually use for AOE. So yeah, if we're going to go with improved judgment, you're right. Actually, you know what? You're right, Celsius. If you judge maybe twice in a fight, maybe 3 times in a fight, you're definitely going to be. You shouldn't be judging more than twice in a fight. I wouldn't think. You could run out of mana pretty quick as far as the next target and the next target if you're single target killing. So let's say we went this way. I still think deflection is the way to go. Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing a reflection palette, a reflected in. I've been calling it a reflected on for a long time. I'm sure somebody else has come up with that name way before me, but I call it like a reflection paladin or reflected in, or if you want to go with the more dinosaur sounding reflectedon. Sounds like a dinosaur name. Hey, thanks. Hey, I appreciate it. I'm glad that I inspired some people. Now remember, this is not a fast living build. I get a lot of thumbs down on my videos because people are like, oh, this is shit, you're slow, this is not, and I'm like, that's not the point. The point of this build is to have fun and to create a build that actually is pretty viable for tanking and for farming. It's a fun character to have in your toolkit. It's like you can always jump on your protection paladin and go farm something or go help another guildie run an instance. I just think it's a nice character to have in your toolkit, and it's a lot of fun to play. So yeah, I think this is pretty good. We can go here and then yeah, and I think we can just go improved ret. So I think this is maybe I might go this, You're tough, man. I can take some damage. This might be, something to roll with. Of course, I would respec it but I love Consecrate. I'm not gonna lie. I love Consecrate so much that it's gonna be hard for me not to grab Consecrate at level 20. But this is probably obviously gonna be better. But I've never play tested it, so yeah, Sanctuary's nice. The Sanctuary. Yeah. Also, Bola, if you can get that, the fiery enchant from the Badlands as well, and then get yourself some Dragon Breath chili, get yourself a couple, get yourself a trinket like the 6 demon bag. There's a lot of other things too that'll help you. Yeah, I'm thinking Pursuit of Justice is going to be good because we're going to get that we'll get that at like level. Yeah, did I not grab that? We'll get that at like level 28. Oh, wait, hold on a second. Wait a minute, I screwed this up, guys. So I'm thinking we should grab Seal of Command, then Pursuit of Justice first, obviously. We want to grab Pursuit of Justice first. What's at level 54, Bola? The enchant's not 54. The enchant's like, what, 40 something? Let's see. Vanilla WoW. Badland. What is it? Burning. enchant, Badlands. I know I've probably got this Fiery Blaze enchant. This one, get rid of that one. See, level 40. So level 40, you can get the Fiery Blaze. Oh, the Skull Flame, yeah. You can get the Skull Flame, but make sure you get the Fiery Blaze enchant from the Badlands at level 40. That's going to be really important. The Skull Flame Shield, yeah, level 54, that's going to be good. Make sure you get Dragon Breath Chili as fast as you can. You know, farming that. And while you're, you know, get your cooking up to a point where you can, you know, of course, the Dragon Breath Chili recipe is sold shit. See, this is the stuff that I actually told myself I was going to write down on a piece of paper before I leveled today. Yeah, there's the Nomer shield, but you can get a nice shield that... Yeah, Nomer's got a decent shield. This one is sold, yeah, Dustwell of Marsh. So you can you can get the Dragon Breath Chili and Dustwell of Marsh. Requires cooking 200, which is nice. You don't even have to get past 225, which is where the cooking quest is over in Tenuous, right? So again, you know, item level 40. You know, once you're at 40, make sure your cooking's 200. Let's go ahead. You know what? Let's get rid of this. We want Dragon Breath Chili. So Dragon Breath Chili get... actually, you know what? I'm just going to put the link in here. In my notepad document. We also need to make sure to get... Fiery Blaze enchant at level 40. So, I mean, they kind of at the same time, right? So level 40... Level 40, you're going to be getting your Fiery Blaze enchant. Well, you're getting the Fiery Blaze enchant as a heart. The quest item is the heart off of the dragons. So if you kill those little whelplings, they drop the heart, or you can kill the big ones, but you're probably going to be killing the little ones unless you're in a group. Well, those little ones drop the flame stacks that you need for Dragon Breath Chili. So you're kind of killing two birds with one stone at that point. So you get the recipe. Make sure your cooking's 200. Kill those guys. Cooking won't be, I mean, cooking is easy. Level up your fishing, guys. I mean, I know you don't want to do it, but it only takes about 20-30 minutes to get your fishing up to, you know, to a point where you can cook some fish that's going to level up your cooking a lot faster than any other way, really. So, uh-oh, Marco loves me. I'm not gay, Marco, just letting you know. Yeah, I don't do a lot of dungeons, Bola. I pretty much don't do any dungeons till about level 4. Basically, the dungeon out in Tenuous is, what is it called? I'm blanking on the name right now, but the dungeon in Tenuous is the first dungeon that I really start to do, because there's a lot of good. I want Jangthrace the Protector and Sangthrace the Deflector. I want those two weapons. Thank you, ZF. I don't know why I blanked on that. But I always will farm ZF until I get both those swords, because I want them both. I just love them. They're fun, even though I don't use them that much. But I will swap in, you know, the one sword. I'll do some weapon swap macros, and with my with Uther's, you know, with the Uther's strength trinket, I'll proc double bubbles. Although the bubble off Sangthrace the Protector is weak. It only absorbs like 60 damage or something, whereas the Uther's Strength Pendant Trinket absorbs like 200 or 300. It's a lot. Hey, Taylor, good to see you, man. How do you get money to pay for Classic? Well, I get a job? I don't know what you mean. Hey, you too, Taylor. Hope you have a good one. So let's... I'm off this week, though. Yeah, hey, Bola, I had my review today. And it went awesome. I got the highest review. I got a 4.7 out of 5. Like, to get a 5 at my company is, like, impossible. I mean, you're a god if you get a 5. And I got a 4.7. That means my bonus is going to be kick-ass. Hey, Mason, how's it going, man? Happy launch day. Happy launch day. My girlfriend's going to be here in about 5 minutes, but she knows I'll be absorbed in a while, hopefully. So, but I do have to take a break just to take a shower and maybe make something to eat. Exactly. I'm like, show me the money. I'm a software engineer, man. I write code. I'm kind of like, there's all kinds of names you can call me. I think technically I'm like a software architect 3 or something, or software architect. But basically, I'm a software engineer. Maybe nuggies, chicken nuggies. Yeah, that would be good. Classic. Hey, Hitman Classic is not out until 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time today. Yeah, Celsius. I think maybe I'm a demigod. I think that's a good title for me. There you go. So if we go back to the build, right? Yeah, we're only 6 hours, exactly 6 hours away, right? The excitement's real, man. I'm already getting, my hands are getting sweaty. My hands are sweaty, but I'm still shooting and I'm still getting headshots. It's like boom, headshot. But yeah, so I think this is a pretty decent build. You know, we're gonna go in here, we're gonna get pursuit, we're gonna get our ret, you know. What else? Oh, of course we're gonna grab this, and this. Now this will put us at 32. So this is never gonna happen. So let's get rid of this. So basically, once I hit 30, I'm resetting. I'm gonna respec. You know, I'll definitely respec. So if I do this, which I'm not sure yet if this is what I'm going to do, but if I do this build, I will respec at 30, because the one thing is I might respec at 20. Let's see what that would look like. That would mean I was only at, you know, here. So we'd get this, we get judgment and deflection. You know, it's like, you know what I mean? That's why, that's if I went with consecrate at level 20, and then I would have to reset and go back, you know, respec and go back. But I don't think so. I think maybe going this build might be all right. You know, I think we can get, once we get to 30. Okay, so once we'll maybe do this build, and then we're gonna let's reset this, and then we'll respec, and we're gonna go back into divine strength, proof seal of righteousness, consecrate, read out, precision. Right now we're level 28. Toughness. This would be my level 30 build for doing AoE. Yeah, I mean, you can still log in. I mean, whether your name's going to be available or not. But yeah, you can still log in and create characters. I mean, as long as you have an active WoW subscription, log in, pick a server, create a character. You know, and they're going to bring up some new servers. They're going to bring up some new servers at 1 p.m. I think it's 1 p.m. Eastern time today. Is that right? Is that right, Bull? Is it 1 p.m. Eastern time today? 1 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, yes. So in 1 hour, in 1 hour, we are going to, we're going to get in there. And you have BOA? What do you mean, Battle for Azeroth, BFA? Yeah. As long as you have an active subscription, you can go in and log in and create a character in Classic. You know, if we go to the Blizzard launcher here. Now I'm gonna have to go to OBS so you can actually see this. Give me a second here. Hello, crazy named person. Hey, dude, I'm working right now. I got my work laptop right here, but everybody at work already knows that I'm getting prepped for Classic. Wow. And they know. I've been told today that I don't even have to really do any work. I've been told, hey, just, you know, be available. If we need you, we'll let you know. But really, I mean, I'm just prepping for Classic. So if I go in, let's change this, and let's go to game capture and capture specific window. Well, here first, let's launch. I'm gonna launch World of Warcraft Classic here, guys, and then we'll. Yeah, people at work. I mean, I worked my butt off last week to make sure everything was done. You know? All right, so let's go into OBS here. I'm going to switch to WoW. And hopefully the stream is going to switch here. OBS is funny sometimes. Yeah, it's not doing it. Hold on a second. Here, let's get rid of that. There we go. Now, hopefully in a few seconds, you're going to see the server list. Hopefully. There we go. Looks like it's finally showing up. Yeah. Yeah, I'm a software developer, dude. So yeah, there's not going to be, I mean, the amount of work. What I think is going to be super interesting is watching Twitch and see how Twitch World of Warcraft streaming just goes through the roof at like 6 o'clock. It's going to be insane. We're going to break Twitch. Twitch is going to break. So if you go to World of Warcraft, these are the servers that are out there right now, and look, they're almost all full. Now, Grobulus and Skyrim, I think, were released fairly recently. My friend over at Saga Lyssimia, those guys are rolling their guild on Bloodsail Buccaneers. We've got Blamu. What a dumb name. No one wants to go there because of the name. I'm telling you, no one wants to see... Bolo, you got to realize names make a difference here. No one fucking wants to go to a server called Blamu. Or Blum, however you pronounce it, that French name, you know. No one wants to go to that server. That's why it's a medium population. Now, Fairlina, I've got one character here on Fairlina. Because I do plan on maybe doing a little PvP on there just for fun. And that's my undead priest. You know, dark agony. Alright. So, yeah, those are the servers. They're all pretty full. Let's go to... So, yeah. Yeah, Fairlina is the streamer server. It's going to be ridiculously crowded. White main, wifey main. Nice one. Belomo, yeah. Fail Woods, yeah. I think that server's a fail name, man. You're on Grobulus? Cool. Yeah, it's going to be cool. I mean, like, you know, it's going to be massive, the amount of people that are going to be logging in. I'm hoping that we're going to go to Westfall, so I'm hoping it's not going to be crazy, but we'll find out. You know, Bolo, we're going to find out over the next 5 hours, because Westfall comes online here in about 53 minutes for us to create our characters. I'll create my characters there, and then I'm just going to watch it. I'm going to watch the server population on that server grow, and I'm hoping it doesn't get past medium. They've said that actually if the server's even at a medium population, that you're going to have a login queue, because back in the original World of Warcraft, it was 2,500 would put you into a queue. They were only set up to handle 2,500 connections. Anything more than that would be a queue. Now, they got better as the hardware got better, you know, in later expansions of the game. But in original WoW, it was 2,500. Right now, the medium server population, I don't know the numbers, but I'm going to guess medium somewhere between the 3,500 to 50 to 5,000 range. I'm putting a broad range there because I don't know exactly where it's at. I'm just basing this off of what I know from playing on private servers. I mean, I've played on Northdale where there was 14,400 people on the server, and it actually played. It actually was playable. So they can actually make it handle a lot of people. So I'm going to guess that median population for them, for Blizzard, is probably going to be somewhere around maybe, you know, 3,500 to 5,000. And that high is going to be, you know, over that, maybe 5,000 to 7,000, and full is going to be over 7,000. I'm just guessing. I have no idea what it's going to be like. But they've said that if it's a medium if the server is a medium population, that you could experience, or you will experience, a login queue. Imagine if you're on a server that's full. You know, like Bola was saying earlier, these people might have 2-hour wait queues, just 2 to 3 hours just to get into their server to start their leveling journey, you know, to start their leveling journey. So I also know that a lot of people who are playing Classic have never really played Classic before. They've never really played Vanilla WoW, you know what I mean? We're on Westfall. You said medium is 6 to 10. How do you know that, though? Where are you getting it? You just guessing? I think that can't be right. So that wouldn't be median population as in, that would be counts. So you're saying 6 to 10,000 individual accounts. If that's the case, Bola, then they have too few servers. If they're saying that a median population is 6 to 10,000 people, and that's a queue, and all these servers are full, then they might want to open up more servers because that's a lot of people. Yeah, okay, there you go, yeah. Actually, according to what one of the developers said, I saw from a developer, said original WoW was 2.5. Not max, but 2.5 was what they wanted, was their kind of like, if it was more than 2.5, it was, they were going to be thinking about putting a queue up. Now that changed after vanilla, but in original vanilla, this is right from a developer who said, yeah, 2.5 was the original vanilla kind of like max. 10 people on Lights Hope, wasn't it? You mean 10,000? Dude, I was on Lights Hope on Northdale. I was on Northdale when it had 14,000. You know? Here, we'll do this. Watch this. Let's do this. Let's add window capture, right? Ah, damn it. Window capture. And we're going to say Chrome. Chrome. All right. Okay, let's go. Here, let's do this. Let's go to my YouTube channel, right? And let's do a search for Northdale. Now, look at these. This was the Northdale server launch. Now, what was happening is I actually, when I got in, my add-ons were fucked up, but I was too afraid to log out because there were too many people. I was like, man, if I log out, I might not get back in. So like I was using that stupid UI that I hate, the PF UI, or one of those other ones which I don't like. But anyways, it had all kinds of crap on the screen here. That's why it looks like shit. But it's just because I actually had downloaded that add-on. I didn't realize I still had it enabled. So, yeah, the queues are going to be crazy. That's why we went to, I think moving to Westfall Bola was a good idea. But this is Northdale on launch. I don't know if in this video at some point I probably did a slash. It was so bad. Okay. Northdale on launch was so bad. To level, what we had to do was, I'm not in a group here, but eventually I get in a group. Let's see. At one point it's so bad that what we did is you get a group with 5 people and you would stand right where one of these Grelkin would spawn. You would stand where one would spawn in a circle around that spot, like trying to block other people out. And when that Grelkin spawned, you would kill it. And you would sit there and do that until everybody in the group got their items. That's how bad it was. There were that many people, and there were like 14,400 people on this server, right? So here's a video that's what, 53 minutes long. So in 53 minutes, right? In 53 minutes of this video, I'm still level 2. Because there's just too many people. Look at all these people. It was a clusterfuck. So I am so happy that they're not going to allow 14,400 people to be playing on these servers. So that was a nightmare when Northdale launched. It really was. I mean, it was fun it was fun for the lulz, you know? But that was about it. So yeah, we'll be on Westfall, so we'll see what happens. You know, we'll see what happens. It'll be interesting. It looks like I did get my UI fixed at some point. I must have logged out. You know. Let's do this. Let's do another fun thing here, guys, just to be annoying. Protection Paladin. We're going to search on my channel for Protection Paladin. A game that probably precedes him even working for World of Warcraft. I gotta, you know what? Let me look at my laptop right now. Let's see. Ian Stockles, whatever, Blizzard. Hello, girls and boys and MMO lovers from every genre, from every place all over the world. Today, I decided to go back to classic WoW. Yes, vanilla World of Warcraft. As you see here, I have a level 30 Paladin, Protection Paladin named Mist. But what we're going to do is people have asked me about this before, and I thought it would be fun. We have some time before Classic WoW is released. I'm going to guess somewhere around August next year. And so I wanted to start a video. Did you catch that when I guessed August next year? This video, when was this video made? This was made on December 3rd of 2018, just to show you how, you know, the genius of me, of Caffeine Injected. Even here, I knew it was coming out in August. I just know Blizzard. Video series, even though I'm doing a lot of other stuff right now outside of playing video games. One of those things I'm doing is I'm playtesting Amazon's New World MMO. I'm in the alpha. Anyways, this was just when I first created my leveling series for the protection panel, which was fun. Let's kill that. Let's get back to the, so basically the Paladin, did I reset this? I think I did. So this is really my leveling build, my AoE farming build. And after this, what we're going to do is we've got 2 points into toughness. If we want, we can jump over and start moving towards, the benediction tree and trying to just, reduce the amount of mana that we're burning. So you would go here. But I like to rush, before I do that, I like to rush down and try to get Sanctuary as fast as possible. So, and of course we want shield specialization as fast as possible. So we're going to 2 into toughness. We're going to get all our shield specialization. We're going to go ahead and grab all our defense, because defense at this point is better than armor, because we really don't have a lot of armor yet. I mean, our armor rating is pretty good, but it's not as high as it could be. So we're going to move into here. Well, and then we'll have to jump back and grab toughness. Boom, Sanctuary. So at this point, at level 41, we have this build. And this is probably what I'll be, Wait, let me see what you guys are chatting about. Yeah, layering's going to suck. Yeah. Anyway, so this is what I'll probably have at level 41. Once I get Sanctuary, I usually jump back and I could still go for Holy Shield. Could still go for Holy Shield at this point, but usually I like to jump back and just go ahead and grab Benediction and fill that out, and then I go back in and grab, what am I missing? Oh, usually at this point I'll grab Improved Righteous Fury. So just for tank. This is just for tanking purposes. And it's been a long time since I filled this build out. What am I missing? Okay, 1 point there. There we go. I was missing 1 point in toughness. And then I go for one hand specialization, Holy Shield, and then I jump back into the Retribution tree and I grab Deflection. And that's my final build that I like to roll with for what I call my AoE farming build that also can tank pretty effectively as well. And that's my final AoE prop pally build that I use. Okay, guys, I am going to yeah, I think Mercio, you do run into a lot of problem with mana. I mean, you certainly do, but you can really augment that with potions. Just make sure you have another character or somebody who can provide you with a lot of mana potions. And also, I mean, you're going to be using Blessing of Wisdom pretty much, almost. You're going to be Blessing Sanctuary and Blessing of Wisdom. This build is very heavy mana intensive. So, yeah, you can use Seal of Wisdom as well. So Seal of Wisdom, Blessing of Wisdom, but I mean, I end up judging light, judging light so that I get the health coming back, so that I can kill as many as possible. And so basically, I use Holy Shield, but I don't really use Holy Shield a lot. I mean, to be honest, I really don't use it that much. If we go back, I mean, Holy Shield is great, but I use it I use it at the beginning of the fight. So I'll go into a fight and I'll throw down Consecrate. I'll have Sanctuary up. I'll do some Holy Shields, and I'll start bursting a lot of damage stuff. But once I start getting low on mana, I'll switch to Blessing of Wisdom. I might even Judge Wisdom, but probably not. I really don't Judge Wisdom that much until I get down to maybe the last couple mobs, and then if I want, I might Judge Wisdom just to build up some mana. But really, for me, the best way to do it, the way I play, is to burn the mobs down as fast as possible. You're going to blow all your mana. You're going to have no mana. Every fight, you're going to have to drink, right? But if you're pulling 5, 6, 7, 8 mobs, you burn them all down, drink. Sitting and drinking is a lot faster than sitting there and trying to keep my mana up by judging wisdom, because then I'm going to lose too much health. I'm going to take too much damage. I need Blessing of Light to be up. It has to be, right? I mean, Judgment of Light. So it's just, the way I play. This is the way I play. I'm not saying you have to play this way. I'm not saying it's the best way. The way I play, I'm going to blow through all my mana in a fight. I'm going to sit, I'm going to drink, and then I'm going to rinse and repeat. And that's just the way I do it. You're just not doing as much damage, and you're not getting as much health coming back if you start judging wisdom, But again, if you're, this is, it's not a good, paladins aren't really good for tanking unless your group knows that you're going to have to drink. You're going to have to drink unless you're going to be drinking in between fights. I mean, I've never seen a paladin taking dead mines. It doesn't have to stop every couple fights and get some mana, Now, whether you do it with potions of mana or, I don't know, nightfin soup or, mana oil, right? Brilliant oil, or not brilliant, but what the other one is, the oil that gives you MP5. There's a lot of different ways, get some spirit scrolls up on you. There's a lot of ways you can help out your MP5. So, but the way I play, you're going to burn through a lot of mana. It supposedly worked in beta, but I don't use it. I mean, if it works, I'll use it. I mean, if it works, I'll take advantage of it. I'm not going to not take advantage of it because it is really helpful. But if it doesn't work, I don't think it's really going to be a big deal because I pull so many mobs at once that I'm going to be getting critically. And of course, you can control that based on what level of the mobs you're killing. If you're killing mobs that are around your level, you're going to get critically hit. If you're killing mobs that are like one level over you, you're definitely going to be getting critically hit. But I would not recommend ever killing mobs that are higher than you in level because you're just going to miss too much. You're going to miss too much. It's not really worth it. So I wouldn't recommend that. Anyways, guys, I'm going to cut the stream off for now. I'm gonna jump out of this stream and take a shower and get something to eat. I got about 39 minutes until looks like Westfall comes online, and then I'll probably come back and I want to chat with my girlfriend, hang out with her for a little bit. Although she's not here, so I'm not sure where she is, and see what's going on. She knows that WoW's coming out today. She gets off at noon. She may just go out and have a beer with some of her girlfriends and just leave me alone to let me do my thing. I have no idea. But yeah, it's coming. It's real soon. Bola, I'll be in Discord, but I'm not sure how much I'll be in voice. I'll probably be in the AFK channel in Discord. And just, be watching the chat every once in a while. Your best bet to get me while I'm streaming or playing is probably to whisper me in game. That's going to be your best way to get a hold of me. And I'll be playing on my Protection Paladin, Cute Faith. And that's it, guys. I hope to see you all in the servers, and I hope everybody has a blast. And I'll talk to you again real soon. Peace out.